The Dodgers lost to the Angels. The Dodgers were swept by the Angels, and now the Dodgers are in second place in the National League West. We're talking about it. We're reacting to it. We're having a little more therapy here on All Dodgers. Coming at you live from my home studio in beautiful La Puente, California. This is the All Dodgers podcast. And you know what? I don't even want to push the air horn. This is not an air horn kind of day. I'm sure we're all going to have measured responses, measured feelings about where this team is at. They had a lead for a lot of the game. And they ended without the lead. I'm bringing in our panel today. Jeff Snyder, Kevin Skinner in the flesh, both of them, Jevin as you call them. And we got some post-game reactions, gentlemen. My reaction is I don't know whether I'm sad or mad. I'm definitely frustrated, but kind of also not surprised. Where are you at, Jeff?
Yeah, the feeling is definitely not happy. It's one of those negative ones. One of my main frustrations is I really wanted the Dodgers to win so that we could spend some time talking about how much CB Buckner needs to change his name to BB Suckner. But I can't do that when the Dodgers lose because then people in the chat will say, oh, it's not his fault the Dodgers lost. And, you know, and I know it's not. It's not his fault. And so that's why I'm not going to talk about how much that dude sucks so freaking bad. Worst. He's been so bad for so long. But we're not going to talk about the fact that CB Buckner is a terrible umpire and had a game that was bad even by his very, very low standards tonight, because I don't want people to think I'm saying that's the reason the Dodgers lost, because CB Buckner being a terrible umpire is not why the Dodgers lost tonight. But CB Buckner was a terrible umpire tonight, even by CB Buckner's very, very low standards. But also the Dodgers didn't hit as well as they should have. And the bullpen continues to not hold a lead. And that wasn't on CB Buckner, unfortunately. Yeah. That was on the Dodgers just not getting the job done yet again.
Not getting the job done.
CB Buckner's really bad.
I do have a couple of tweets to plug in about CB, but we're getting some early reactions here, guys. Again, sound off in the comments. Everybody's already going hard in the comments. We appreciate you guys. We're going to try to get to as many comments as we can tonight. We'll definitely get to every super chat for people who want to do that and support the show. Kevin, you're somebody who wears these games pretty hard. If you guys will notice, both of us are not wearing any Dodgers affiliated merch. Oh, not even wearing it? We're going with show flow?
No, I have a feeling you're going to ask me how I'm feeling after today's game. So I'm putting on my Dodgers hat for a second.
Okay.
They didn't have to use another reliever because they got walked off, or they didn't get walked off. So they didn't have to use another reliever.
Didn't have to go to extra innings?
Nobody had to pitch in the 9th or the 10th. And it is one game of a team that we already have a lead, a season lead on. It is August 13th. There are 41 games left to play. There's plenty of time. It's running low, but there's still plenty of time to correct these problems. Now, that being said,
and thus concludes his Dodgers talk.
I am putting back on my non-affiliate hat. F this entire game.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this series was painful. This is reminiscent of that 2018 stretch back in May when Justin Turner got hurt and just the offense went so cold and they lost I think it was 9 of 12 or something like that. 9 of 11. It was just so bad. This team is finding new and creative ways to lose. I now know what Chargers fans feel like on a weekly basis in baseball form, because for all Mookie and Freddie make a great play in the bottom of the 8th to try and save Edgardo Enriquez, and the ball hits off his glove.
Yeah.
And it takes his glove off. It doesn't stay in his glove. It ricochets off his glove, takes his glove off. It's so bad. And the bullpen, I don't have a lot.
It's hard to do these and try to maintain some semblance of the narrative that we all believe I don't know if it's fool's gold we're playing with here. We all believe this team will eventually be crowned the National League Division champions by the time postseason gets here. But right now, watching the way they're playing, or also watching, it's like bad play combined with every little thing that can go wrong is likely going to go wrong. I mean, they did have some help, in their favor today, here and there, but they also had CB Buckner. I'm going to pull up. Jeff, you had a tweet pretty early in the game because CB was right at it in inning 1 with 7 missed calls in the first inning, and that umpire scorecard is going to be a legendary one. We might want to print it and put it on the wall somewhere because it is terrible. But
send it in the mail and ask CB Buckner to autograph it for you.
I hope he would. If I was a really bad umpire, I would sign it. Unless he thinks he's good at his job. But my God, that's somebody when ABS gets here, who it's going to be embarrassing. It's going to be like Angel Hernandez in that one ALCS with the Yankees where every play at first base.
3 or 4 calls at first base.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. And then Bill Plunkett also tweeting, had himself a night, it was all over the place. There was a balanced amount of very, very bad for CB Buckner. But I agree with you, Jeff. The game was not won on lost on the balls and strikes of CB Buckner. Dodgers, once again, left some dudes on base. Shohei Ohtani pitched into the 5th inning for the first time this year. Maybe wasn't the best move. I don't know. Didn't work out. Maybe 5 innings is a little bit too much. I don't know. Let's do this first. We got some super chats I want to make sure we get out there. 300 GJW. I don't know why it moved over there, but we're going to put it right here, right in front of Jeff. So it's everybody dead center. There we go. 199 from 300 GJW. And Muncy has a sore side. We will talk Muncy because that was a big missing piece for this team in this game where they're trying to score runs and one of their top run producers was not there. I will flip you the bird with 499. I pushed the button. You should help me out here. You can. Artie Moreno and his vampireness is loving this. I'm pissed. I don't know what that one. I hope that wasn't a racist thing.
No, he just looks like a vampire.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yes, he is, and he is a blood sucker. He's been sucking the blood of the fans in Anaheim. Swept by the Angels. Season series sweep. That happened with Angels. Happened with the Brewers, and there was another team. Another team also did it, but thank God we don't have to see the Angels again, right?
Astros, technically.
Astros, yeah. Yeah.
That's a 3-game as opposed to the 6 games for the Brewers and the Angels.
Yeah. Bacon Tree, by the way, had a $5 super chat. Thank you very much. Bacon Tree says, if you have a chance to step on Hendrick's throat and they go scoreless, if you were going to go Henriquez, why was Robo even in against the righties? I'm sure there are some questions we can kind of,
I think they wanted Henriquez in the 9th. I think they wanted Robo to get through the 8th because somebody's got to pitch the 9th, but Robo couldn't get through the 8th, and so they had to go to Henriquez in the 8th.
Mm-hmm. No, that's a good point. This is a team that is running on fumes when it comes to potential 9th inning options, closers options, and I Shohei Ohtani for a closer? He can't pitch 5 innings. Make him a closer. That's a stupid idea, but I'm going to throw it out there for fun.
Have to see what he's at by the time October
Still
rolls
don't know
around.
how you bring him out of the bullpen.
Just for the sake of tonight, I will say, throw in a caveat, see what it's like in October, if the Dodgers even make it to October. I know that's what the people want. I am a man of the people.
That's a lie. That's a lie, but I appreciate it. Jeff has cracked ever so slightly, guys. We did it. Reddit.
With the Ohtani rule, the worst thing would be if Ohtani came in for the save, blew the save, and then somehow was then unavailable to hit in extra innings.
Is that how that works?
Once you come out of the game as pitcher, the Ohtani rule only applies to the starting pitcher.
Oh. Well, so it's not going to happen then.
As soon as he comes into the game as a pitcher, if he didn't start as a pitcher, he is now the DH is gone, and now it's Shohei Ohtani, which means then if you take him out of the game. Now, of course, if he pitches in the bottom of the ninth and blows a lead, he could still hit in the top of the 10th because he hasn't actually been replaced on the mound yet. But if it's top of the ninth or the game goes 11 or whatever, you definitely run the risk of losing Ohtani in extra innings, losing his bat if he were to blow a save. And so that's why he probably needs to be a starter. And, hopefully by October, he'll at least be able to get through 5 and ideally 6. They said they're not going to push him past 5 in the regular season, but I assume some of that is so they're saving bullets so he can go 6 once in a while in the postseason.
Yeah, and this is something from Dave, by the way. Don't expect Shohei to pitch much past 5 innings just because, obviously, the bigger workload, the longer workload, it does affect his offense, and we have seen his offense not be quite as stellar as it was last year. It's only extremely very good now rather than stellar like it was last year. But that's kind of where things are at right there with Ohtani. That's one of the bright spots, pretty much. Ohtani triples. Hey, how about his 3 at bats in a row? It was triple play, homer, and then a triple to open the game. That's pretty fun, but ultimately doesn't mean anything for the Dodgers. Not that I'm looking for a lot of positives in this one. I don't think people want positive. I think people want to complain. Mikey O or Mickey O with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you very much. Mickey or Mikey saying, can Hernandez please make a dang play in right field? And Taylor's home run, he gave up on it, and the Angels outfielders were both there to catch a homer. I don't remember enough of the Teo play.
Yeah, I think Taylor's. I don't think he would have had a chance, but I definitely can respect the sentiment of give it a shot.
Yeah.
I know it's eyewash if you don't have a chance to rob it and you try to anyway. But you know what, Teo has done so much of the opposite of eyewash over the last few months that he could use a little eyewash. Give us something just for appearances.
Yeah.
Because he's given the appearance of being lazy, and I know some of it was being hurt, but also, I heard from somebody who would have a decent idea of the truth that Teo's day off was not just a day off the other day. It was Dodgers being frustrated with a perceived lack of effort, among other things. And so, and then that ball that did drop in front of him later in the game, it's like a good right fielder would have caught that. And, we spend so much hate on Michael Conforto, and rightfully so. The Michael Conforto experience needs to end. But part of the reason for that is you cannot have bad defenders on both corners in the outfield. And so you need to be able to hide Teo. And, the ball will still find him sometimes. And by find him, I mean find him after one bounce, because very few things find him before one bounce. But the ball will find him sometimes, but not as often as it does when you have 2 bad outfielders. There have been several times over the last couple of weeks where it was like, man, if Andy Paz is playing corner right there, things go better. And tonight was definitely one of those times. It's, the good news, I guess, and I'm not going to try to make this a positive show, but Alex Call at least showed something tonight, put up some good at-bats, maybe enough that the Dodgers wake up tomorrow and say, we don't need Michael Conforto sucking up this team anymore. And then, it is – I've gotten on people in the past for turning a game in which Michael Conforto wasn't the story, then making Michael Conforto the story. But if Michael Conforto was not on this team, Teo's defense wouldn't be as much of an issue, even though tonight, obviously, it wasn't because of Conforto. It was just because Teo's bad at the outfield.
Yeah, he has not. He's not, like I think we've said it a few times. He's not hitting enough to fix the issues, to hide the defense. And I think he struck out a couple of times with some more ducks on the pond. Again, every little thing that can go wrong will go wrong. We got a couple of $1.99 super chats from Grayson. Thank you very much, Grayson. Saying, 1, Dodgers sweep Padres. Why? Because baseball, and also why not Trinan?
Sign me up.
In the 9th. Trinan has also struggled a good amount, and I think did he pitch in both games?
I don't know if you've seen.
Yeah.
Have you seen Trinan pitch lately? The last thing he needs to be doing is pitching in a 1-run game in the 9th inning.
Yes.
It's just as bad as Edgardo Enriquez pitching in the 8th inning in the same situation. But
Trinan has not pitched back-to-back days since he came back from injury.
Okay.
And he threw 23 pitches last night. Last night.
Out.
So He
Blame
was
Jacob Brownson, by the way, because he didn't put up a bullpen usage chart, and therefore I am lost on who is available tonight. So just
So
at
but
him on
Trinan
Twitter.
was probably as close to unavailable as you get. Vesia probably similar because Vesia, labored yesterday. So between both of them struggling lately and usage, there weren't a lot of options today, which I think is why they decided to try to push Shohei to 5 innings, because I think they were hoping if we can get 5 from Shohei and 3 from Robo, then we do have options for the 9th inning,
Yeah.
And instead they got 4 from Shohei and
4
2.5 from Robo.
You got an out.
You got one out. But yeah, I mean, the state of this bullpen is absolute trash right now. And some of the news of the day didn't help. Learning, small chance, which means Brusar Gratterall ain't coming back. I want to talk about that stuff later. The chat is cooking. We got super chats. We got people hanging out with us. I will flip you the bird. Send us $1.99 to say Skinner gets it. Let him cook in that kitchen. So
true. I did make curry tonight. So
how was it?
What kind
it's
of curry?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
So I made a veggie
talking
curry.
Indian curry or Thai curry?
Japanese curry.
Okay, Japanese curry.
I'm half Japanese for anybody who.
Which half?
The left side.
The one that cooks curry.
The one that cooks curry. There's a lot of chats again. Richie, as you would imagine, with 499, not very, generally not happy with this game. It's not bad luck. Leadoff walks by the bullpen, failure to add on runs, failure to hit with runners in scoring position, total stupidity to allow yourself to be clowned. I agree with everything there because it's just not. As we've said, it's not a very good, very clean, very consistent brand of baseball. And let's flip to the bad part of this. The Dodgers are in second place in the National League West now. The Padres have usurped that spot, and they're going to have a full day to sit on it. That's what she said. Tomorrow, on tomorrow's off day, and then they play each other for 3 games in LA. And that is not going to be fun. That is not going to be fun at all. Don't give the Padres that kind of. They're already a hype team as it stands. Now you're letting them come into your house having. I don't know if they embarrassed the Dodgers. They've just been playing a very good brand of baseball. They had a better trade deadline, and now they are leading the National League West. Dodgers have lost, 21 of their last 33 games now or something like that. Things aren't good. I know we have the division odds. What was the latest on the division odds there from our friends at FanDuel?
So right now we are at, I'm just refreshing in case it's changed. Yeah, so Dodgers are at minus 240 still. So they're still the favorites to win the division. Padres are at plus 155. But it was like less than a week ago that they were at minus 900. And so that, I think that's the big story. Even the betting odds, people are starting to say, and like Clint, earlier you said, we still believe the Dodgers can win the division. I do, but I'm not nearly as confident about it as I was when they had even a 3-game lead in the division. Mm-hmm. The fact being up by 3 games is a lot better than being down by 1 game. # math, baby.
Just 1 game.
That's how many games they are behind the Padres. Just one.
Just 1 game.
And I don't like it. The betting odds are starting to catch up. I'm actually going to check and see how much the FanGraphs odd have changed, because last time we talked, the Dodgers were at 71.2% to win the division, and clicking refresh, they are now at 67.3. FanGraphs doesn't. This probably is before today's results, so this is probably when it was a tie. Okay. I would guess that FanGraphs isn't updated up to the minute, so we'll have to look tomorrow morning. But even when they were tied this morning, FanGraphs still had the Dodgers win the division. But as people so helpfully pointed out in the chat last time, projections don't win. Whatever. I don't remember. It's hard to say it the way that people say it.
Yeah, you don't win a game on a simulation or whatever. You don't win the division or a World Series.
Simulations are based on reality, but the fact is, when you've got a 67.3% chance of winning the division, that means that 36.7% of the time you don't. And if somebody was batting .367, you would feel pretty good about his chances of getting a hit when he came up to the plate. That's what the Padres' chances of winning the division are. you'd feel better about the guy who's batting 673, but you're still going to feel pretty good about your chances if you're batting 367. And so that's how these odds work, I'd rather be the favorite, but I'd rather also be playing well. And that's what the Dodgers aren't doing right now.
Yeah, they're not doing. By the way, shout out FanDuel, sponsor of All Dodgers is presented by FanDuel, part of the Bleav Network. I want to make sure I get that in there. So we appreciate FanDuel for helping bring you guys the show. I wish it was under better circumstances. I wish the Dodgers had won a game. That would be nice because, Kevin, there were opportunities to win this game. There are opportunities to win yesterday. There was opportunity to arguably sweep this series. But as we keep kind of talking about, and again, there's a lot of super chats. There's a lot of people in the chat. I want to make sure we get to them. But it's just not good baseball. How do we get this team firing on some semblance of all cylinders again? I heard there was rumblings of a closed door meeting last night. I didn't see anything else about it, like officially or unofficially. I don't know that a closed door meeting does much, but Kevin, how do you from the kitchen inspire this team to suck less?
That's the when you have an all veteran team like that, like for as much as people want to rag on, I should put my Dodgers hat back on. For as much as people want to rag on this roster, this is basically the same roster that won the World Series last year. So these are guys that have been there, done that. There's no amount, at least from my perspective, there's no amount of rah-rah that's going to get them to all of a sudden flip a switch and just immediately become world beaters. Mm-hmm. It's just going to take a collective effort again for them to, start winning games. And I think what I've noticed is some guys need to stop playing a little bit of hero ball. I think there's been some times when they want to go for the kill shot when all you need is just to put the ball in play, or you just need to, put the ball on the ground. And if you're a pitcher, and just induce a double play. I know it's easier said than done, obviously. I've clearly never pitched at any, relevant level, but, don't go for the strikeout. Don't elevate a fastball. Keep it low into the ground. Let your defense do some work behind you. We saw a great play, like I said, from Freddie Mookie earlier. It can happen. That being said, I was thinking about it earlier today, and I think the most important person coming down this stretch is going to be Yoshinobu Yamamoto. I do believe the Dodgers will still make the playoffs. And Yamamoto is kind of the difference between the Dodgers having 3 or 4 starters that you're comfortable with in the postseason. I think right now, at least for my money, I would safely pencil in Blake Snell, Tyler Glasnow as an easy 1-2. You're good with that. Shohei Ohtani, despite what happened today, I still believe in him. So that's 3. Now that 4th is either going to be Yamamoto or Kershaw. And
it's gonna be
unless Yamamoto turns it around, that's something that you have to start considering and, you start becoming concerned about. And I think for the first time in kind of feels like a really long time, this might be a team that's going to rely a lot on its starting pitching and offense and not the bullpen, as opposed to last year where it was just like, hey, we just need the starters to not give up 4 runs and, let the bullpen eat. I think this year it's going to be, we need the starters to give us a lot of length, and the bullpen can only pitch 3 innings a night.
Jeff, I don't know about you, but that scares me. Relying on the starting pitchers to get into the 6th or 7th against the best teams in baseball in the postseason, presuming they make it to the postseason, which is a strong likelihood they at least make the wild card. But I don't know. We haven't seen that be a part of Dodger baseball in what feels like quite some time, relying on starting pitching to get you deep into a game. That doesn't feel like a healthy way to live for this team and for Dave maybe at this point.
It doesn't, but the Dodgers starting rotation is built. I do got to say, Kevin knows I love him, so I can say this. I think everything he just said is crazy talk. There's no way in the world that Yamamoto is not going to be in the postseason rotation.
I'm saying comfortable with
before this clunker he had this week. In his previous 7 starts, he had a 1.93 ERA, 1.82 FIP. He has been absolutely dominant for almost all of this season. even after this clunker the other day, his ERA is still 2.84. Like Yamamoto is maybe, it's all going to depend on days off and everything. That's how they're going to do the order, as far as giving Shohei and Yamamoto extra days. But if they were doing it by quality of pitcher, Yama's your number 1 or 2 starter in the postseason right now. It's between him and Snell, and
he's going to be the ace. He'll be the game one.
And so, but then going back to the point, like, I do think this team is built to potentially be able to rely on their starting pitching in October, because if Yama, Snell, Glasnow, and Ohtani are all healthy, they're all really, really good. They are all guys who could be starting game 1 of a postseason series for pretty much any team. And so, the depth getting deep in a game is a little bit worrisome, but we saw last year Yamamoto can get deep in a game in the postseason, and if Glasnow is healthy, he can too. Snell, as long as Kevin Cash isn't involved, Snell can get deep in a game. I think this team can rely on their starting pitching, and I do think the bullpen will be better in October. It's just so frustrating right now when we are waiting for guys to come back. When we just, it's nerve-wracking because there are a whole lot of ifs still.
Yeah, there's
Jeff,
too many ifs.
Did your butter knife stats include the 2/3 of an inning and 3 earned runs against Milwaukee?
Yes. Yeah, I'm going back to June 25th.
Okay. Okay. You're going. Okay. Yeah.
Starting with his game on June 25th against the Rockies, no runs in 5 innings, then one run in 7 innings, and then getting blown up by the Brewers. But then no runs in 7 innings, 3 runs in 5 innings, 1 run in 7 innings, no runs in 5 2/3. Like, he's been somewhere between solid and unhittable for a lot of this season.
He didn't lose today's game, that's for sure.
How much? I'm looking at the number right now, 709 people watching this live. How many of them do you think are gloating Padre fans? I definitely know there's some looking at the chat.
Yeah, I hope so. We all clicks matter.
Love it.
Tell your friends, get them all over here, you guys. You know what?
Yeah, come on.
We'll welcome it. And mods, if they want to, say, go,
they can say anything they want. I just called Kevin an idiot, and I didn't get kicked out. So
as long as look, I'm here. Root for your own team. Just don't bash other teams. That goes both ways. I don't like it when.
And don't bash each other in the crowd either. Just everybody be fair.
Say, LFGSD, go for it.
Yeah. Hey, Padres fans, they have every right now to come in here and be like the Dodgers suck, because right now, oh no, we suck again.
Yeah,
I forgot I had that one ready before we ever went live. I want to rattle off some of our super chats. We appreciate our friends supporting the show. Guys, subscribe, do all that kind of stuff. Help us get to 20,000 subscribers. If we get to that mark, the Dodgers will start playing better. I promise you. I can't promise that, but it would make me feel better. Francisco Diaz, I don't think I read this one, but sent us $4.99 super chat. So the Dodgers are playing like they're planning to be a visitor on September 30th or get stood up by their date to the dance in October. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of again, right now they would be one of the wild card teams, and this team in a 3-game. Honestly, I feel pretty confident about this team in a 3-game series, shorter 5-game series with a burned starting rotation. If that series, I don't even want to entertain that yet. But if it's going to be a team that's built around the starting rotation. Oh boy, if they have to go to a 3-game wild card series and play all 3 of them. Some kind of wonderful with 1999 who says this team is pure arrogance. We think the regular season is going to come easy. We assume we're going to the playoffs, but the league is like F you. We abuse our bullpen in favor of our high-priced starters. It's backfield. What is it, backfield?
You think that means backfired.
Backfired.
Okay. It happens. There was a while there where obviously they had no choice but to rely on the bullpen because that's what they had. They didn't have starters. Blake Snell has only made like 5 or 6 starts all year long. Since they've come back, since he's come back and Glasnow's been back, they've been mostly very good. The rotation has been mostly pretty good outside of Yamamoto's stinker to open the series in Anaheim. It's the bullpen. The bullpen is atrocious right now. There are so few healthy bodies. I don't think I got this one from Francisco, and I'm going to try to find a better way to put it so it doesn't just block Jeff completely. So why don't we make it big right there? But Jeff, why don't you read
it?
Built for October, their play of situational baseball says otherwise. Sorry for being such a downer. I'm just sick of this McCourt era look-alike team.
Oh, hey. Well, first I'm gonna push this button.
You didn't watch McCourt baseball then.
Hey. Somewhere Ronald Belisario is rolling over in his grave, and he is still alive.
Yeah.
Ramon Troncoso
He
over
dug
at
himself
AAA.
a grave just so he could roll over in it. I do think it's easy to blame effort and blame stuff. I think they're trying to win, and even, another thing Kevin said that I disagreed with. I hate the term hero ball because I think most hitters, their best chance of getting a hit is to do the swing they're comfortable with, and so people always say they need to stop swinging for the fences. I don't think that's it. I think it's just, you know what, you get in slumps, and I think, for whatever reason, it carries over, it digs in. Can you put up on the screen, Clint? There was a comment from, oh man, there's so many people. It's up a ways now. Mays Johnny.
I'm gonna try to find it.
Maes Johnny.
Come on. We're trying.
We normally don't put quotes or comments from the opposing teams. I don't know why I said opposing team. This is a Padres fan, not the team that the Dodgers actually played tonight that we're talking about.
Wait, spell it again.
Maes space John.
Okay, I gotcha.
Dodgers such a trash fan base. Look at these comments. Padres living rent free. I just want to say something about the phrase rent free. It has never not been a projection said by someone who is obsessed with the team that he's accusing of living rent free, because this is literally a Dodgers podcast that this Padres fan has sought out to tell us that that he lives rent free in our head. Like, this is the human embodiment of that meme at the urinals. And I hate that meme because the only time people use it is when they're projecting rent free. But Mays Johnny just literally sought out a Dodgers podcast to come and say, hey, all you guys, stop thinking about me. And I just think Mays Johnny, I wish he had friends in his life because, he's a sad person, and that's okay.
Joe Mama says, get him, Jeff.
I just got him, Joe Mama. I got him.
That's what we got. The whole
somebody else
thing.
says, relax, Snyder, you're a sore loser.
And Nate Len says Fatty in the middle is crashing out. So roasted.
They're gonna take a quick break. We need to relax a little.
We got more on the super chats, by the way. Our friend Dr. V is canceling their Spectrum cable. That's the only reason I pay for cable. Not worth it now. Straight uninspired trash, and you are welcome to do that. I would not want to watch this team right now if I had other better things to do. But I have to watch it so we could all talk about it and complain here together, or else it's just Jeff and Kevin, and nobody wants just Jeff and Kevin. Come on now.
What?
I've seen the
Jevin
comments.
Streams have been going off.
Jevin
streams.
Mike Carrillo, $2 says, it's great. Where'd it go? We met our needs on 7/31. Oh wait, yeah, no, definitely the Dodgers did not. And hopefully it doesn't come back to bat them in the tuchus.
Outside of Duran, who'd you want them to get?
Quan.
They tried. The Guardians are
no. They weren't comfortable going to the Dodgers. Could have gone out and got anybody they wanted. All right. They could have got the ghost of Babe Ruth. They have enough minor league talent and enough money to get anybody they want. But they don't like to punt.
I think that's true except for Mason Miller. I don't think they could have got Mason Miller because they didn't have a prospect as highly ranked as Leo DeVries.
That's what the Guardians were asking for Quan. They wanted DeVries.
But listen, one number 3, number 4 prospect in baseball, or how about like 2 top 50 dudes? Huh?
Unless you're the A's GM, that's the thing. If somebody said, "I'll give you Shohei Ohtani," or 3 solid major league shortstops, you're going to take Ohtani, and so when you're talking prospects, DeVries was by far the highest ranked prospect traded. But anyway, I don't think they could have got Mason Miller. I think they could have got anybody else maybe. But said many times,
the Guardians wanted DeVries. That was their asking price for them.
Until we know what the Guardians were actually asking for Quan from the Dodgers, I have no idea how to judge whether or not they should have done it.
Still could have tried. They still could have. I will maintain that. I will take that to my deathbed. If they wanted somebody, they could have made it happen. There's always a way the Dodgers can make it happen. Irvine Cattle Ranch made it happen with the $1.99. Thank you very much. Saying disappointed, and I could not agree more with Irvine Cattle Ranch. I hope they do fine things over there in Irvine. Shout out Irvine, represent, baby. John with the $9.99 super chat. Thank you very much. Has a team ever had expectations so high to then suck so hard? How did all the experts in baseball get this so wrong? This was supposed to be the team that broke baseball. Right now, they are complete dog shit. Yeah, this is not the team that we saw heading into spring training, leaving spring training, the team that broke baseball in the offseason, guys. This is a team that is, I don't know if it's playing uninspired baseball, but they are not playing good, clean, crispy baseball.
But it's also worth noting that we all care more about the Dodgers than any other team, and I'm including all the Padre fans in the chat in that comment. We all care more about the Dodgers than any other team, and so I don't think the Dodgers are even the biggest disappointment this year, because the Dodgers are still 99% likely to make the postseason. Have you looked at the Braves this year?
Yeah.
And there's been teams, not every year, but there have been bigger disappointments in this. We feel right now like this is the worst team we've ever seen, because right now they are playing terribly. But this is, if the Dodgers keep playing like this, and so they do end up missing the playoffs, and then yeah, we could talk about biggest disappointment ever. But right now we're talking about a team that just dropped out of first place, and so they need to turn it around for sure. You can say over the last month they are on pace to become the biggest disappointment of a team.
Yeah.
But right now, they were in first place 6 hours ago.
Yeah, I don't disagree. They're not like disappointed. Sure, we had high expectations of them. But I'm not putting my Dodgers hat back on. It's a lot of effort, but there's still 41 games left, or whatever, 40 games, whatever many games. There's still a lot of time.
Good, or they could be miserable.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time. The Dodgers face Michael King, Yu Darvish, and not Nick Pivetta, but somebody else. Cease, yeah, he's on Sunday. Yeah,
we get their aces. By the way, we got a super chat from Nicole, who says they are a Padres fan, and as a San Diego fan, I could still admit the Dodgers starting rotation much better than ours, and San Diego always chokes versus LA. I find it suspect. I don't think that's a Padres fan, because Padres fans don't talk like that. But we appreciate
it. Might be because one of the things that's common to almost all baseball fans is that their favorite team is also the team they hate the most.
Well, yeah.
That's
why we're here, baby.
So,
no. The Dodgers
this year,
wear black and orange.
The Dodgers have kicked the Padres' butts so far in the games they've played them. And so I could definitely see a Padre fan go into this series well, I hope they could turn it around. They're playing better right now, but you know what? If you got that short memory and only remembering this year, you might be negative about it. And hopefully the Dodgers can prove her right.
Yeah,
hopefully. As much as I want to be overly negative on this team, and at this point, it's the standings are the standings. You are what your record is. You can say that as much as you want. There's still 25% of the season left to play, and did they blow us away at the trade deadline? No, but they still have a very good roster. They still have one of the best rosters in baseball. They just have to actually perform on the field. You don't win it on paper. You got to win on the field. And they have run into a little bit of bad luck recently. That's that we can't, that is a factor in what happened, because baseball gonna baseball. We saw an incredible triple play. We saw a bunt that literally died on the foul line yesterday. Those things did happen. We saw a ball that hit off Enriquez's glove and take it. These are things that happened today and yesterday. So a lot can still happen. The season's not over by any means.
No, it's not.
That being said, if Max Muncy's hurt,
that's another thing. We should get into the news and updates. We still have more super chats, but to negate the idea of bad luck, we're talking about losing a 9-game lead in the division in the course of 6 weeks. Yeah, that took the Padres doing the exact opposite of what the Dodgers did, but it happened. The Dodgers had complete control. We were all laughing around the time, Clayton Kershaw strikes out his 3,000th batter of his career. And, oh, man, look at how the mighty Padres have fallen. They're all the way back here, way, way back in the rearview mirror. Now they are a game ahead of us. The Dodgers blew a 9-game lead in the National League West, and that's on them. That is 1,000% on them. And they could say all the BS about, well, we control our own destiny. Well, you don't anymore. You kind of don't anymore. You have to win, and you have to win at least one more game, at least, than the team in front of you to be in first place.
I just want to throw this out there. There are so many people with like 619 area codes in their usernames. Where are my 858 representatives, huh? Where's some 858 folks? How about 760? Come on,
some 562s.
Hey, we're Rey Mysterio people here, man.
Give us some 562s
619 all the way.
No, I want some 562s up in this bitch. Dan's opinion, by the way, gave us $2 to buy a reliever. Thank you. Oh, it says LFGSD.
Dan, somebody in the chat just said this is giving 2021 vibes. Shades of the 21 season. Dodgers are running on fumes again after the winning World Series. After 121 games in 2021, the Dodgers were 84-37. I wish we were having those vibes right now. 2021 Dodgers won 106 games?
No,
120. Oh, maybe I'm looking. Oh, sorry. Let's see how wrong I was. I was looking at 2022. After 121 games, they were only 75-46 in 2021, and then they won 106 games in 2021. So I wish this was like 2021. We'd be doing much better.
I saw there was also a 562 in here. I'm just putting up people's area codes. Appreciate you guys.
See, at least these ones are a lot of LAs, I'm a 951er growing up.
I still have my 858 phone number, so I need to see some 858s in the chat. My goodness.
I'm an 801er, but that's because I've lived in Utah for a long time.
Appreciate you. Jenny saying, Cook, Clint, Cook. Appreciate you. Jenny hanging out with us. Let's see. I want to make sure I don't want to leave any of our super chats unread because you guys have been awesome supporting us. JY Kim with $5 says, we have a saying in Korea, after bitterness ends, sweetness comes. The team will turn things around in the series against San Diego. Cheer up. They have no choice.
These next 9 games, 10 games, whatever, because we've got, 3 against the Padres and then a series against somebody and then 3 more against the Padres, right?
It's 4 more? There's 4 against the Rockies in there.
Okay, so
Padres
that'll
3.
Be nice.
Yeah.
Are we in
Colorado though.
Oh,
so
God.
6 of the next 10 come against the Padres. Like it's not the season. Like the Dodgers could do poorly against the Padres and still somehow win the division. But realistically, over these next 10 days, the Dodgers could come out of this down by 5 games or up by 5 games or anything in between.
Mm-hmm.
And, so, I mean, if after these 10 games, it's still, they're right around a tie for the division, then there's still a lot of season left. But one of these teams could pull away in the next 10 days. And, obviously not insurmountable. As we've seen, a 9-game lead is not insurmountable. So a 5-game lead wouldn't be either. #math baby. But this is some big 10 days coming up. Who do the Padres play in between those 2 series?
Giants again. They have Giants for 4.
The worthless Giants. Jenny, get your team to get it in gear.
So you mentioned the 2021 team. The 2021 team, this is the latest they've been in second place since that team.
Yeah.
So it's just not like they've,
But that was because the Giants were actually, had a crazy good season. The Dodgers had an amazing season that year. They just got out amazing by one.
They only won 106 games, all right? Trash. They should have fired Dave Roberts.
Should have.
Fired Dave.
Let's see. Swelling Sausage had $1.99 for us saying we push the ball forward, compete, and try to slug. I want those to be more in some Dave-isms. I like the compete. I like him there in that spot. Something about Scott Van Slyke.
I need Cole to put his comment in a super chat so that Clint will put it up on the screen, because that's the truth, Cole.
Well,
Send
I'm
us
going to
a
get
super-
there. I do want to get Noah. As you know, $1.99 says we aren't at rock bottom until Kevin wears his hat backwards. So by next Monday or Sunday, we could have hat backwards. By the way, Saturday it will be we'll be live again. I'll be live doing all Dodgers After Dark in the morning with voicemails. Guys, make sure you call in. Tomorrow we'll do a show as well. I'm not signing off yet. Just want to say, you see it on the screen, 562-373-4095. If you have some thoughts, keep them short, sweet, concise, and put them in the voicemail hotline for us to go through tomorrow, Thursday, and then also no holds barred. You could say all the F-bombs and all the things you want. I mean, don't be like racist or a piece of crap, but you could say what you want on Saturday's show at that same
we
phone number.
screen them. So like if
To
you
be-
are
to be clear, tomorrow's voicemails, F-bomb free, Saturdays, whatever
Clean.
you want.
Keep it clean.
and to promote the Discord a bit, I am unfortunately going to be doing a watch along in the Discord on Friday. So
Well,
I'll
I
be
mean, we
there.
all are. Yeah, we
Yeah,
all
we'll
are.
be
oh, we all gonna be there? I just
Yeah.
knew I was gonna be there. Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good point. Guys, if you want to be a part of that, want to be a part of our Discord, you have to sign up through Patreon or click the join button here on YouTube or scan that QR code. Our most popular tier, the one that gets you on Discord, is $5 a month. You're supporting the show, supporting independent Dodgers coverage. Hey, Padres fans, if you want to watch a game with us, give us $5.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Actually, it's zip code. We have it by zip codes, and so if you're in San Diego, it's $20.
Oh, yeah. Oh, can I do the geofencing thing? I don't know if I did this one, but talking more about the Padres series, Richie with another $4.99 super chat. Thank you very much, Richie. Saying his only hope is San Diego comes in with that over emotional play, pimping the homers, being flat out obnoxious. If the Dodgers let that go, they are as gutless as their effort. Well, the Dodgers will always try to play their game. They're not going to get up to that type of, rah.
Yeah.
But then again, let's not forget the last time these two teams played, and we'll talk about this more tomorrow in a proper, series preview. There were fisticuffs. There was at least battling. There was Dave Roberts and Mike Schilt wanting to kill each other. There was Mike Schilt being added to Noah's sign-off on his voicemail. That's going to be another fun wrinkle there. If Fernando Tatis, who crowds the plate, gets hit again, they're going to be like, oh, my God, why did
We've got
you
a super
do
chat
this?
from a Padres fan about that.
Oh, there it is. Is that Dan?
Dan's opinion, yeah.
Thank you, Dan. Appreciate you.
$4.99 says, so what do we think about our teams throwing at each other this week? Hope it stays clean. Respect, fellas. Just talking poop. 760.
Appreciate Dan there. A good Padre fan hanging out with us.
I will note, Yoshinobu Yamamoto's 7th pitch of his major league career hit Fernando Tatis. That is the only. He is the only pitcher in the current Dodgers organization who has ever hit Tatis with a pitch. All the other guys who've hit him this year are gone, because we're talking Jack Little and Lou Trevino. All three were those two guys, and they have both been jettisoned to, I don't know, hell or somewhere. I don't know.
Dodgers legend Lou Trevino, by the way.
So I think it's unlikely that on the Dodgers side that we definitely won't see any intentional throwing anybody, and probably not even any hit batters. But if there are any, I'm sure that Machado will pretend that he thinks they're intentional.
You said you wanted a one of the chats from Cole.
I told you to get back on your pontoon because the Dodgers played good when you were on the boat.
It's fair. They did. I mean, if people want to support me going and pay the $580 it costs to rent the boat for a day, I'll put my Cash App on the screen. I don't have one, but I'll do it. Anyway, you
just need to get a Venmo that's the same username as your Twitter handle, because then it's easy. You just say, "Hey, Venmo's the same as Twitter." That's what I do. Hey guys, Venmo's the same as Twitter.
Tatis every year. We just told you the 3 guys that have hit Tatis. We do not hit Tatis every year.
But use
And
guys.
Also, tell Tatis to stop standing over the plate.
Tatis lunges into the plate. Everybody hits Tatis because Tatis is easy to hit.
We should. We should have started years ago. We should have started. Man, everybody needs to stop hitting Justin Turner. We should have started that. Man, we should have started that.
Remember when Acuna was so mad at the Marlins always hitting him? And I crunched the numbers at that point. The Marlins had actually hit him less than any other team in the AL East. But but because he had something going on with Jose Urena, he's like,
Yeah.
they're always throwing at me. It's like, no, they're not, dude.
You know,
I just don't like this guy.
The Dodgers could have hit Nando more if he wasn't suspended that whole season for the steroids.
Oh yeah, he missed out on a lot of hit by pitches when he got suspended for steroids, huh?
Yeah,
That time that he did steroids.
Yeah.
Which,
His ringworm. He had ringworm.
Ringworm steroids. Yeah.
Hey, somebody put an F in the chat as a prayer for Fernando Tatis Jr. We said we were going to talk about it. I mean, we're already at 50 minutes. I think we've all kind of got our bits and pieces out on this game and where this team is at. But a bit of the news and update side of things, there was a big missing piece in this game in the fact that Max Muncy was scratched from the lineup with an apparent oblique acting up situation, which was the thing that kind of was started cost him the start of or was at the start of costing him 3 months last year. That's just the best way of saying it before the chiropractor magically healed him. But Kevin, you're the one who said it. If Muncy is out, you can kind of kiss that division goodbye. I believe that.
Yeah, Muncy's just such an integral part to the lineup, and if he's out, I just don't see them being able to figure out how to score enough runs in such a manner to regain ground on the division. It would be surprising, at least to me. Take this for the largest grain of salt you can possibly fathom. He said that it is different than the feeling he had last year, and he doesn't think it's muscular. I don't know what that means. He's
what they're saying about that is the oblique is a muscle, and so what they're saying is we don't think it's the oblique.
So it's his rib cartilage. I don't you know what I mean? It's not helpful information because they don't know. But I do think if Max is sidelined if it's an IL stint in any case, especially heading into this Padres series,
Joe
I
Mama.
don't see them.
Hey guys, serious question. What's with all the injuries? I don't know.
Welcome to being a Dodgers fan. Where have you been the last 8 years?
I mean, it's not like it's only the Dodgers who have a butt ton of injuries for sure. I think Willie Dubs has got to be a Padres fan, but or if not, they just weren't watching, just joined us. But it said make sure to talk about how much the Dodgers suck. Well, how Mitch we talked about that a whole bunch.
That's the whole episode, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean that's a majority of the episode for sure.
Clint even said we suck again.
Yeah, there's a button. No, we suck again.
Talking to them earlier in the chat, being somewhat normal, and then they had to go and say all that. MH Dodger for life, 1999. I just kind of need this optimism. Lots of powerhouse teams not doing well. Anything can happen in the postseason. Bad luck, not playing well. Get into the postseason, win it for Kirsch, possibly retire. We have tons of division wins. All that matters is World Series back-to-back. I agree. It's true. You just got to get into the dance. Doesn't matter if you win 106 games or 88. Just get there. I mean, when the Padres beat the Dodgers in the playoffs, I think they won 87 games or 88 games.
I think it was 89 because, the Dodgers won 111. It was 22 game difference. So, hashtag math, baby. The year before that, when the Braves beat the Dodgers, the Braves had 188 that year, and then they won the World Series.
To quickly, if we want to bring in the more important thing, I don't care about division odds. I care about the World Series odds over at FanDuel. FanDuel, right now, Dodgers plus 340 to win the World Series.
Still ridiculous.
Phillies, though, plus 650. The gap is closing. That gap is closing, gentlemen. Because I think the World Series was, a week ago, minus 300 or something?
No, it was plus 300, but the Phillies were the next closest team was the Phillies, but they were at plus 900.
Yeah, they've never been in the minuses. So.
No, nobody's ever been in the minuses. I will say between the Padres and the Phillies do scare me more. It would be more devastating to lose to the Padres, obviously, but the Phillies roster top to bottom is way scarier than the Padres.
It's also apparently Fangraphs does update in real time because the Dodgers division chances have changed while we've been talking. It's gone from 63.7 to 61.6% chance to win the division as of right now. And they are still at 17.2% to win the World Series, which is 4.6% higher than the Phillies, who are the next highest. So Yeah, crazy thing. Like the Brewers are still only 7.7%. Fangraphs isn't buying into the Brewers yet, which I think kind of underscores what people have said about projections. I do think the Brewers are playing over their head right now, but I do think they are a better team on the baseball field than they are on paper for whatever reason. And the projections do happen on paper. And it may be that the Dodgers are a worse team on the baseball field than they are on paper. I still think the Dodgers are currently a good team that's playing horribly right now. But every day that they keep playing horribly, it's like, how long do you got to be a horrible team before you're just a horrible team, But like I said, they were in first place 6 hours ago.
Hey, breaking news. We have an idiot in the chat who's probably just going around and copy pasting the same thing into all the Dodger shows. But Bobby De Los Reyes says, you guys are homers. Face it, the Dodgers are sucking balls this year. We've been literally crapping on the Dodgers for nearly an hour. Like, Bobby, get it together.
I would disagree with the this year part because they have played pretty well at times this year. But yeah, over the last month or so,
change,
they've been pretty darn bad. So thanks, Bobby. Be sure to tell your friends and drop a super chat while you're here.
Yeah, we'll read just about
$50.
anything.
We'll put your comment back up on the screen.
$100. I'll go to your house. No,
we need to, apparently we need to get more Padres fans in here. We've got a Greasy. I just typed it to you. I just wanted to, throw you out here. You earned it. He got timed out. He came back with his second account, gave us a second click. Appreciate you.
Let's go, Greasy. On that note, I think we should wrap it up, guys. Hey, let's if you're watching this now, hit that like button on the way out. We're trying to get to at least 100 likes live. We're at 93 right now. If you can get us to 200 after watching it again or more, we'd appreciate it, guys. This show happens because of you. I wouldn't want to be just talking to these two by myself. I would much rather be in the living room. But we are here to hang out with you people, and we appreciate you guys. And we also appreciate another $9.99 from MH Dodger for Life. Really some class to at least create rings for winning the World Series or wild card. Oh, yeah, because Padres. Yeah.
Padres celebrate things like that.
Yeah, appreciate it.
I do got to say, guys, next time the Dodgers win, can we get some of these good super chats for that too? Because Clint, I'm going to go behind the scenes a little bit. We were watching the game, and Clint said, I hope this game ends quickly so we can get the show started. This is when the Dodgers were down by 1. And I said, no, I need the Dodgers to score some runs first, and then the game can end. And Clint made the point that losses may be better for us financially. And I told him, I am not – if I get to that point, I will quit podcasting because I would rather root for the Dodgers than to have – it's one of the reasons I don't do fantasy baseball because I don't want to have to care about – or be rooting against or for somebody I don't care about or against my better interests. And so we've got a lot of super chats tonight, and we appreciate them a ton. But next time the Dodgers win, can we get some of that super chat energy so that Clint will start rooting for the Dodgers again?
Listen, for just one games, I really want to be able to enjoy my life sometimes. I love doing the streams. I love this is very much a lot of fun. But before, Jeff joined us, there's a reason I couldn't do that many streams. It's because I have a lot of shit I have to do in my life. And this takes up a lot of time. It's a lot of fun time, but doing, 5, 6, 7 streams a week it's a grind on top of doing another show. So, when we're all here to either hate or love together, it's a bunch of fun.
So let's just start loving together. Yes. Dodgers start winning. Super chats start rolling in on the wins. Clint start winning for the Dodgers.
This has not been fun. That's the title of the episode. This has not been fun.
I do also want to point out Salty's comment comparing Babe Ruth's ERA to Shohei Ohtani's as if Salty's never heard of the live ball era and the dead ball era. It's one thing to compare from different generations, but literally there's an era called the dead ball era. That's when Babe Ruth pitched. Okay. So Babe Ruth.
Can we pull up this most recent super chat? This is Jay McGee, $2. Padre. This is the irony of this Padre fan here. We come to take your lunch money. You just gave us $2.
You literally just gave us lunch money.
I mean,
it's your own lunch money.
Take his lunch money back. Appreciate it.
Clint is hitting the Wendy's Super Value Meal.
Whoa,
And
whoa. Listen,
Clint's getting a son of Baconator with that thing, man.
What
you
a
just
great-
gave Clint his lunch money.
what a great name for a sandwich. Listen, these other lame-ass establishments call it a
What's a
junior
double
bacon
double?
cheeseburger. This is son of Baconator. That is just a brilliant name. All right.
It sounds like Professor Doofenshmirtz named it. Or is it
All right.
Dr. Doofenshmirtz? I don't know. Anyway.
Are we hitting the wrap it up button here? Because
Yeah.
somebody said, somebody in the chat had said, like, wrap it up because we're not talking about what the real problem is. And if that person knows, maybe they should.
I'm sure it's Dave Roberts. I know how
it's
that
Dave.
sentence ends with everybody who starts a sentence that way.
It's Dave
It's always
Roberts.
Dave Roberts.
Guys, fire Dave Roberts.
Dave Roberts
he's a nice dude.
stuck Edgardo Enriquez's glove out there today on that ball up the middle. Dave Roberts threw a fastball right down the middle.
Who is Mrs. Bacon?
You know what, Phil? That is one of the mysteries of the universe. Nobody knows
Cole.
who Son of
knows.
Baconator's mom is. You
Son
know
of
what? We know
Baconator
who
was
his dad
Oh
is.
my God, guys!
Son of
Thank you
Baconator
for
was actually
watching.
Adopted. Baconator is not his birth last name. He was adopted.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for enduring all of this with us. The Dodgers are going to figure it out at some point. We all promise you this, but you've got the FRG guarantee, the Fat Ryan Gosling guarantee. They are going to win a baseball game again at some point in our lifetimes, and possibly on Friday in LA. So we really, really hope that I really hope I'm right on that. Love y'all. Says I will flip you the bird for $1.99. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Again, if you're looking for a different way to support the show, do check out our Patreon, patreon.com/realfrg, or click the join button here on YouTube. We'd appreciate it. We are hosting a watch party on Friday on Discord, but again, you need to be part of the Discord if you are going to be a part of that. So do check it out. Appreciate all of our current members, people who support the show. Appreciate everybody who has liked this episode, who has subscribed to the channel. Again, try to help us get to 20,000 subscribers. We'd very much appreciate that. But for the gentlemen, both of them over there pointed the right way.
Look at you pointing in the right direction.
That is
First
Jeff
try.
Snyder, Snydog in the middle. Give him a follow on the social media. He's good at it. There's Kevin Skinner all the way on the right. Give him a follow, Skinner7 Kevin. He's not as good at the social media, but you should give him a follow so it makes him do better.
I think
at
I'm
it.
hilarious. I don't know what
I like
you're
your
talking
stuff.
about.
I like some of your stuff. Some of it. The other ones we could workshop it. I am Real FRG on the social media. I barely tweet anymore. My old boss ruined Twitter for me, so F that guy. But guys, we appreciate you hanging out with us. We'll see you tomorrow at some point. I don't know what it is, but okay, bye.
Bye.